Drake, hop in with Luke. Let's get up there.
Mike's live. Pull it up on here. Testing mic. Testing mic. Bear with us while we switch cameras. Testing mic. Petro from the sand for his third shot.
Looks to be a pretty good lie.
Tough shot here, that's going to need to go.
That needed to get some big legs, I think. Nolan Dan now also playing from the sand on a bit of an upslope, should work in his favor.
Dan now from the bunker. He's going to land that one on top of the hill.
That one came up short as well.
Dan now from the bunker. He's going to land that one on top. Thank you everyone for bearing with us as we fight through the battles of bad batteries in 2024. Just had to switch cameras and keep things rolling. Things we missed there, I believe this is a Jack Robertson birdie putt, Matt?
I do believe so. I think we have 4 birdie putts.
Kevin Warner from a foot?
Unless we missed Kevin's first putt. But Kevin is a really good player. He also could have thrown it to a foot.
You're very right, he could have. Dan and Petro both finding the putting surface out of the bunker. Pardon me, Dan coming up short. He's in the fringe, but putting. Aaron with a very good bunker shot to 8 feet short of the pin, just up the hill.
Pretty good effort from Dan there, coming out of the fringe off a slope.
He'll tap in for his par and remain at 4 under. Robertson now from the back of the green. This one's going to be quick. He's put an aggressive stroke on this one. That's going to need to slow down, Matt.
A lot left out here to be desired for Robertson. Going to be hungry for next year.
Going to throw a mark on that one, and we'll see Aaron's birdie putt come up shortly. That one's going to miss just left, and he's going to have to settle for a par here on this par 5. Not what he'd hoped for after that drive, but he'll take it. Pars are good here on the back 9. Robertson will drop that one in there. And a great putt from Jack there to escape unscathed. 4 pars there on the 12th hole. No harm for anyone. Warner and Dan would have liked to have possibly make a birdie and try and put a bit of pressure on as there's still some golf left. But that's 4 5s for the kids.
We're now just waiting on the fairway to clear here on this long 13th hole. Really it's the toughest hole out here on our course. It's long, very tough green. One of the easier pins you get on this green with being back right.
Just waiting for the fairway to clear here. Tees are back. This 13th hole is playing all 385 yards, as the sign says. Warner, first to tee. He's got driver. Like to provide a scoring correction. Kevin Warner did make a birdie there. He jumps to within 6 of the lead. He gets himself to 6 under par on the tournament. Aaron remains at 12. Nolan Dan at 4. That one's going to fade out left again, Matt, and he's been struggling with the lefts all day with that driver.
Yeah, just kind of in a situation where you hope that one gets left enough. Aaron on the tee now.
A beautiful high power fade up the left side of the fairway, and this is going to be perfect, Matt.
He's been dynamite with the big stick all day in the fairway, way down there, having wedges into greens.
Dan now pulls driver. Hit well, but not turning quite enough. It's on the left side, gonna need a bounce.
Last couple holes here, his draw has stopped drawing. Just kind of hanging out there to the left.
Robertson last to play with driver in hand. Let's see if he can hit a good one here. This one staying just left, wind helping it. Gonna need another bounce. Should be fine, Matt.
3 of the players here are starting to fight the lefts off the tee. Body may be getting tired after a lot of golf over the last few days. Struggling to get through the golf ball as well.
Absolutely, fatigue starting to set in late here on Monday.
This is the time where the champions are made.
Greg Richardson with an absolute bomb beside us on 14, and a great reaction from the championship flight competitors here.
Welcome to the tournament.
The perennial runner-up with a bomb. Matt, 13th hole at Post Lunch, widely regarded as the toughest hole here. What do you think makes this hole so tough?
Sheer length of it, first of all. For a lot of our player base, this is just a beast of a par 4, almost 400 yards long. Pretty hilly fairway. The landing area for a lot of our players out here puts them in an awkward lie. And then you just get to that green, which is as tough as a green. So you're going to find around here big, huge slopes all running towards the front left of the green, a little collection area. I did say on the tee this is one of the easier pins you'll see on this course, on this hole, being a back right. It's just a tough one to manage overall. 5 here is a great score for most of the players out there.
It looks like after that drive, Aaron Petros sits about 140 yards from this pin. Middle of the fairway. What's he thinking here? Is he going for the pin? Is he playing to the middle, the green? Take us through it.
No, with a 6-stroke lead, there's no need to do anything stupid. We're in fire at middle of green and look for 2-putt territory for Mr. Petro. He's just got to throw this thing into cruise control and get into the clubhouse.
Matt, you can't expect to see Aaron try and take the spin off of a 9-iron here. This pin, if you put too much spin on the ball, you can spin it right off the front of the green, leaving yourself with a tough up. Players need to be careful of that.
Yeah, another thing that makes this hole tough, controlling spin with a wedge into the green. Aaron Petro currently getting ripped on for not partaking in day drinking.
Matt, this one's headed just left of the pin. This could be good. Lands just past, stops on a dime, and he's going to have his quick downhill putt, but no more than 15 feet.
Great golf shot there.
Warner looks like he does escape fine. Out of the trees, he's going to have a full swing to this right pin position and a great angle just coming out of the rough. Robertson and Dan a little further up ahead. This one's hanging a little left for Warner, but a good shot. And that is going to be long right, and Matt, that is not the chip you want to have here on 13.
And you can see it in Kevin Warner's reaction. He's unhappy with that. Maybe just caught a bit of a flyer out of that rough. You never know how it's going to come out.
Nolan Dan now from the fairway. 103 yards to the pin. He's got sand wedge. Trying to dial up something special here. This one's just right of the pin, Matt. And that's going to come up well short and not at all what he had hoped for from that lie.
Far better spot than Warner's in, though. Definitely want to err on the side of short in this hole.
You got to think Warner had a little aggression in him there. He's 6 shots back, 6 holes to play. Needs to make a charge.
Yeah, just trying to make something happen. Got a little too much dip on his chip right there.
Robertson now. Wedge in hand. Takes a hack at this one, and this thing's right at the pin. Slightly right. He's going to land that one just past the pin and have 25 feet coming back down the hill. Aaron Petro again with an incredible shot from the fairway there. Not playing it safe at all, continuing to go at pins. This is some impressive golf we're watching here, Matt. He's 4 under on the day and with no signs of slowing down.
Yeah, he's feeling it right now. That caliber of player, when they get going, look out. You know, the course is going to get torn to shreds. Does look to be in a bit of a better spot than we originally thought as we come up a little closer to the green. Only about 10 feet or so for his birdie.
Dan, putting up from the fringe. Gonna need to give this one a pretty good whack. It's gonna need to go, Matt. Gonna need to keep rolling.
Never really had a chance. That is a lot of hill to putt up. And tough to convince yourself to hit it hard enough.
Kevin Warner now finds himself just a couple feet into the rough on an even lie. A little easier than I had imagined, or envisioned, pardon me. But he's gonna need to land this one short and just let the gravity do its work. A good chip there from Kevin in this one. You can see the speed there. That's going to take off as it heads past the hole. Going to need to stay up on the green. Jack Robertson, 15 feet, straight down the hill. Gonna need to have a good feel with this one. Barely touches it, and again, you can see the speed there as that just keeps racing by 6 feet past.
It's always an adventure on this green. Being below the hole is so important.
You've never got a guaranteed 2-putt. Warner now for his par putt. 8 feet right to left up the hill. That's going to miss right, and he's going to drop that birdie he just got on 12.
Always hate to give one back right after getting it.
Petro for birdie. Looking to make his 5th birdie in the last 7 holes. And get to 13 under for the tournament. Quick putt. He's going to miss that on the low side, and it runs by 3 feet. He's not in yet, Matt.
He's done really well to get that to stop where it has.
You can see this pin position playing tricks on the golfers. Robertson can't quite get that one to fall. And that's going to be a 3-putt bogey for Jack.
Sure, that's not the first one of the day. On this hole.
Thank you for the correction. Nolan Dan now, 5 feet up the hill. Can't give away the hole. This to save par. pours it in, and that's a great 4 from Nolan down there. Good tee shot. Comes up short with the second. Up and down for par. Remains 4 under par. 8 shots back of our leader, Aaron Petro. 1 shot back of Kevin Warner. Petro now with 3 feet to clean up.
Looking to regain that 7-stroke lead.
He's
And
done
he
just
will
that.
do so.
Folks, through 13 with that par. Aaron Petro remains at 12 under. Kevin Warner falls back to 7 shots off the pace at 5 under. Nolan Dan stays at 4 under and is 8 shots back of the lead.
Any 2 putts on that green's a good 2 putt.
We've got 5 holes left here, and Matt, this is where it all happened last year. Take us through the magic that was Petro's Eagle here on 14.
Yeah, hit a great 3-wood out there. Had about, it was a driver, I apologize. Had about 30 yards left. Walked up there, went through his whole routine, and just clipped a wedge perfectly. Bounced twice, checked up a little bit, died over the hole. And then we had a great call from Ben on the mic.
Matt, that is one of my favorite moments in club championship history. Honestly, Aaron's back 929 last year was just incredible. Some spectacular golf to watch. I've seen his brother Jonathan do some special things out here, but 7 under to close out a close tournament was just wonderful, and it all started with that eagle on 14.
Yeah, that kind of thing we'll talk about for generations to come.
As we get set up here on the tee, Petro pulls driver. He's looking to recreate what happened last year. This one headed on a more direct line, up over the trees if he's got the distance. We'll see what happens when we get up there. That could be good, could be trouble.
Gotta make it good for the fans coming in. He never misses a shot. Everyone's just gonna turn it off after this. Well,
Warner next to play. Pardon me. Dan next up. He's got driver. You gotta think he's aiming for the green here. He's got the power.
Snap hooked well right. Didn't sound like it hit anything too hard though. Might have gotten through.
Could be okay depending on how much it turned. Now Warner to play. This one is pounded. Right side of the fairway. That might run out of fairway, Matt. A good shot nonetheless. No trouble there. He'll have a pitch shot up to this green. Needs to get something happening here. 5 holes to go. 7 shots back. Robertson rips one. This could be at the green. He does have a hole-in-one on this hole. Could we see another?
Very aggressive line there. Be great to see.
Gonna be interesting to see where Petro ended up in those trees. If he had flown it far enough, he could be okay. It all depends on if he caught a branch.
Yeah, I've seen Aaron be up around this green several times before. He's got the juice to get there, but there are some tall trees up there. If you clip a branch, you could be in some trouble in a hurry.
If you'll notice today, Robertson, different pair of shoes on. First 2 days he had a new pair of FootJoys on. Unfortunately, the feet were aching. He hasn't learned. Played hockey his whole life, never learned. You don't feel good after wearing a new pair of skates.
I do believe, Ben, if I'm remembering correctly, you warned him about that.
I don't want to take the credit for it, but someone did warn him. They did say, interesting choice. Look good, feel good, play good, unless you don't feel good.
Starting to get up towards where the balls could have come down. We got Robertson and Aaron who were both on very aggressive lines. I'm not seeing anything up. Oh, I do see one, I believe, just over the back right of the green.
You got to think that's Jack Robertson with the power he just hit that ball with. We got Kevin Warner somewhere in the left rough. Petro appears to be in the trees. Going to have to hit a punch shot. Not the worst spot to be, but can't get this one close.
No, he's going to have to play out just left of the green, which is going to leave him a very difficult putt. This green does run towards the right to a collection area, and he's just going to have to manage that.
Looks as though Dan is going to have to be taking an unplayable from a tree. That's unfortunate, as he was chasing down Kevin Warner for second place. A very tight race there for, second place in the overall tournament, championship flight winner. Warner will be okay, and Robertson, long right. But first, we'll see what Aaron can do from under these trees.
He's done very well. Just on the green, rolling up towards the back. It's going to be a difficult two-putt, but he's certainly the kind of player that can manage it.
You got to think he'll take that shot from under those trees. He's put himself on the green, given himself a chance for a two-putt. Save par, get out of here unscathed. Pardon me, Matt. Jack Robertson, not long right, but short right of the green. Great drive from Jack. Kevin Warner playing from the left. He's going to pitch this one up. Needs a bit of check. Out of the rough. Tough to get. Around that one just by the hole. And Nolan Dan chips out and lands it in front of the green. After taking an unfortunate unplayable. Gonna need to get up and down for bogey from there. Kevin Warner ends up 10 feet right of the pin. And he's got a birdie putt. Dan chipping from short of the green. He's got a lofted club in hands. It's going to need to release.
Good leave, though. Will be his putt straight up the hill. We'll be about 5 feet.
Robertson now from short of the green. Good touch from Jack, because that's going to run out. And, just missed left as he gave Eagle a real chance there.
Yeah, has a great look at birdie now. Should be able to make one and pick up a shot here after what's been a difficult day for him.
Petro now, just outside 30 feet. Going to be very quick down the hill. Needs to be careful with this one. It's looking like good speed, Matt. This one's got a chance. Gonna miss just short right, and a very good par there from Aaron out of the trees. He's gonna remain 12 under par for the day. 4 holes to play.
Guy's just not making mistakes.
Kevin Warner for his birdie putt. This to get back to 6 under and get within 6 shots of the lead. Just never had the line, never had the speed, and he's going to have a tough par putt.
Some more frustration there coming out of Warner. Dan now looking to say bogey.
He's going to miss that one just left. Tap in for his 6. Always tough when you have to take an unplayable after a tee shot.
It puts him now 3 behind Kevin Warner, I believe, for the runner-up in championship flight division.
Jack Robertson makes his putt for a birdie. That's got to feel good for the kid. Warner now looking to clean up his par and stay just 6 shots back. 7 shots back, pardon me. Just 14 holes, we've got Aaron Petro with a 7-shot lead. He's had 12 under. Kevin Warner 5 under. Nolan Dan 2 under after a tough double bogey on the par 4 14th.
I didn't realize you were out of the tree, were you?
Good birdie.
Hey, first one of the day. Take a while. Not the first one, but kind of.
Absolutely, here you go. Johnny.
Give me a sec. Robbie, what were you?
I have a perfect car. Why?
extra beer in there if you want one. Okay. Yes. Yep.
I saw what you guys did this last time. I gotta get in the final group next year because this is awesome. I love it. Getting rave reviews too. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Kevin's been tackling them all day.
Pretty close, yeah.
Kick. Sorry. That's pretty cool. Pretty.
Think so?
Now everyone's out just watching.
My bad. It's a pretty good crowd.
All right, welcome back, everybody. As we wait for this 15th green to clear, we're here joined by tournament coordinator Jonathan Petro. He's been buzzing all around the clubhouse today, staying in around 1, 10, and 18. We finally got him out on the course. Jonathan, welcome out here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Ben. Great day so far. Happy to finally get out on the course and watch some action. Definitely an action-packed weekend, let alone an action-packed Monday. So, yeah, just a great day overall. Really happy to be here.
Now, we'll start with the golf. Not sure how much of it you've been able to watch today, but the stream has been going. We've seen some very good golf in this group today. Kevin Warner and Nolan Dan both making a couple birdies early, putting a bit of pressure on Aaron. But in the past 5-6 holes, he's really just pulled away, pardon me.
Yeah, I really only got to see them, I guess, off the first tee, and then I was out there at the second green briefly. Other than that, haven't really seen them until the back 9, 6 green and 9 green. I guess I was close, so got to see a couple putts there, but really didn't have any understanding on what the scores were at that time. Aaron kind of caught fire, 7, 8, 9, birdieing. I believe he birdied 10 as well. Ben, did he birdie 10?
He did. He made 4 birdies in a row, 7, 8, 9, 10. Missed one on 11 and 12.
Yeah, as good as that does for his confidence, the guys he's playing with, they absolutely feel that as well. On the back 9 here, it looks like Nolan Dan and Kevin Warner hitting good shots and good putts. They just had a couple that haven't been able to fall, and as we head down the stretch here, that could be the difference.
Robertson ends up just off the back right of the green. Petro next to play.
Yeah, I don't want to say a gettable pin by any means, but not the toughest pin they've seen all week here on 15. Yesterday comes to mind when we were out here watching the ladies. That front right pin claimed a few victims, so we'll see what Aaron can do here.
8-iron in his hands. This one's headed right at the pin. Is it the number? Of course it is. Aaron almost jars one on 15. Holy moly.
Really?
Would have been a shot for the ages.
Can you go mark that?
He's got a smirk on his face, folks, and holy moly, what a shot from Aaron Petro.
This guy is unbelievable. Back 9 on a Monday. I'm just going to go out on a limb and say I'd love to see Scotty Scheffler and Aaron Petro go at it. Would have been an incredible way to achieve his first hole-in-one. May I add, might have been quite expensive with the crowd we've got here today. Not sure he would have loved that, but what a shot. Fantastic result regardless. Kevin Warner's actually asking Aaron to get all the way up there and mark that, as it's blocking his line from entering the hole here. Let's see what he can do regardless.
This one heading left. It's going to need a bounce. Gets that bounce, he'll end up on the fringe.
Out of the rough. Out of the rough. That's all I want.
That is like sitting on the rim of the hole.
Nolan Dan last to play. He's got 9-iron.
Should be just a nice, comfortable 9-iron here. They're going to go nuts when he hits this one.
This one on a good line, left side of the green, going to get a bounce right. That's
Tight
great pin.
draw. Oh, great shot by Nolan there.
Jonathan, now, starting on Friday, it's been a great weekend all over the place. We started with a great member appreciation barbecue on Friday night. Take us through that.
Yeah, the barbecue was fantastic. Really, I mean, Rod and Daryl put on quite the show. To have Wayne McGilver even hop in there as well, that was top notch. All around entertainment. We've been getting comments all week on how great that barbecue and that evening in general was. Fantastic start to our club championship weekend.
Now, Saturday, great weather. Sunday, great weather. We had some great play both days. Ladies started yesterday. I want to talk about the ladies first. A first-time ladies club champion, Heather Puttiford. What can you say about Heather winning?
I mean, she just played phenomenal golf both days. She was 79, 78, I believe, off the top of my head. Just a ball striking clinic, really. She was down the middle. She was on the green, and she cleaned up from there. Textbook, and that's exactly what you need to win a club championship here at Pussers Lake. It's that type of consistency.
Great to see a new champion. Obviously, awesome. Shelley's the 4-time defending champ. On the men's side, we have Petros, you and your brother, 9 years in a row. It's nice to see some fresh blood take home some hardware this season, so congrats to Heather Puttiford. Johnny, as we drive up to the green here, looks like Aaron maybe landed that one 3 feet short. Probably took a bounce and sucked back to the same spot. He's going to have a very makeable birdie putt there. What a shot.
Yeah, it looks like he's got a putt that's going straight up the hill. Maybe not sitting on the lip of the hole the way we thought it was when we were back on the tee there, but irregardless, what a shot. Nolan hit a really good one in there as well. Definitely the right club. Probably 2 less clubs than Aaron. That guy hits the ball a long way. Tight little draw to the left side of the green there. He's going to have a little hook putt, the lefty he is. Should play it about a cup and a half outside the left edge and see if he can swing it in there.
Jack Robertson ended up long right of the green here. He's going to have a tough chip.
Yeah, not an easy shot by any means. Hopefully he's playing a ball that's in for him. He's going to need every ounce of help he can here. Looks like he's coming out of our thick rough. Hasn't been cut in a few days. It's luscious now. Looks like Jack's got 56 in hand here. Just kind of pop it out, let it release from the back of the green. Looks like a really good shot. Hopefully he can get below the hole. He's left it above the hole. Kind of a delicate little putt, but all in all, that's a fantastic shot.
Warner going to be next to play from the fringe. Warner now putting from the fringe, looking to cozy one up and make par.
Definitely played it high enough. Is it going to come down now? Oh, look at this effort. Come on down. Oh, that's just a fantastic putt.
Look at that curl right around the back of
He
the
really
hole.
couldn't have played it much better than that. Did not miss it on the amateur side. These guys are all playing like pros out here today. Great effort from all four competitors in today's final group.
Kevin Warner, that's another par. He'll remain at 5 under par. And Johnny, unfortunately today, Warner just couldn't get anything going. Came into the day 4 back. In his last 12 holes, he's played an even par.
Yeah, you know, Ben, I really don't think he's hit the ball poorly by any means. I think the difference in our club championships has always been how you could perform on the greens. You know what? I'm sure if you ask him, he's probably pleased with his stroke and the way he's put the ball this weekend. Sometimes they just don't fall. And unfortunately, in a game like golf, you do need breaks, literally and figuratively, in order to win championships. He hasn't seemed to get them this weekend. Aaron Petro, 4 feet, straight up the hill. That's a great putt.
A birdie 2 for Aaron. He's 2 under on this, and that gets him to 13 under par for the tournament, and that gives him an 8-shot lead.
That's a phenomenal 2. I believe he's birdied this hole twice this weekend. The famed road hole, the loudest hole in golf. Impressive display from the young man. And a good 3 from Jackson. That's not an easy up and down by any means. To walk away with 3 there is super impressive. I think anybody in the field would take that.
Johnny, now, the Petro Dynasty's been going on for 9 years in this tournament. Aaron looking to make it a complete decade this year. What does this tournament mean to you guys? We heard from your brother earlier. Want to hear from you now.
Yeah, it means a lot. We've been fortunate to be members here for, I don't want to put a number on it, but it's been more than 10 years, that's for sure, more than a decade. I remember playing in my first club championship. I was still a junior at the time, and we were finally allowed to play. It's a special weekend. Everybody takes a lot of pride in what we do around here, from the managerial staff. When I was playing in my first club championships, to our grounds crew. Obviously Ryan Surratt does a phenomenal job with his now team, but even throughout the years, Jim Moore did a fantastic job. We always had an awesome course to play this weekend. They firm it up, they get them rolling. It really is championship caliber golf course. Not only throughout the year, but this weekend as well. You have to hit good golf shots in order to score well here. But just being here, there's no other place I'd rather be. This is my home. I'm sure Aaron would tell you the exact same thing. From a bias standpoint, to see my younger brother doing this well is awesome. Really enjoyed watching it the last couple of years. Haven't enjoyed losing to him in our weekly matches and such, and that Ottawa preparation trip. Well, he definitely got the better of me there, but the young man can golf. Let's see what he can do here on the 16th tee.
Petro, driver in hand. That's a good swing on this one. It's just going to fade to the right side of the fairway. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, hit that one well. Maybe a little right of where he would have liked, with that pin kind of tucked on the right side. He'll have a delicate little shot going up the mound, and don't think he'll have much green to work with. I don't have the pin sheet in front of me right now, but we'll see what he's got. The thing he does have going for him is it'll be back into the wind, so if he throws it high, that'll give him some added stopping power as well.
Warner on the tee, driver as well.
That's a really good swing. That's right up the gut towards the left center of the green. We'll see how far up there it gets. It really depends on the kick on this 16th hole. Got a couple different ebbs and flows, if you will. We'll see what happens, but great swing by Kevin there.
Robertson with a driver. Hit a good poke on 14. We'll see what he can do here. That one hangs out left.
Looks like it's staying there. Really not the worst spot to be, depending on if he's going to end up behind one of our evergreens over there. If you're going to miss on this hole, 14th hole definitely is the spot to miss, especially with a tucked right pin. Not his greatest swing there, but all in all, depending on the bounce, might end up with a good look on the way in.
Dan lost the play. He's got driver. That one is off the bottom of the club face. That's heading left.
Yeah, not the best swing from Nolan there. He's probably going to have 175 yards left out of the left rough. Maybe just sees the writing on the wall at this point. He's got to keep his head up. He's had a phenomenal weekend. His first club championships, being able to crack the final group and to still remain in contention heading into the back nine on Monday. Quite impressive. I hope he could finish strong here.
And now, Jonathan, as we finish up here, 3 holes left, anything you want to say to wrap up the weekend?
Yeah, I just want to thank our big sponsor for the weekend, Brian Perry and the Cooperators. They've always done such a good job. Means a lot. I know this golf course means a lot to him personally, so to have him be able to be a part of it is really special for us. Finishing stretch is always fun. It's great to see so many spectators and supporters out here as well, for multiple players in the field, not even just in the final group, but we've had family members and moms, dads, grandparents, children of all ages out here to watch numerous groups so far this week. It's been fantastic. So happy to just be a part of it all, and we'll see what the closing stretch holds in store for us here.
Awesome. Thanks very much, Jonathan. We'll see you after the round.
Yes, you will. Thanks, Ben.
Nolan Dan barely making it to the fairway. He's left. He's in the rough. He's going to have a hefty number in here to this back right pin position. He's just trying to find the center of the green, find a way to make par. Matt, a tough shot here for Nolan.
Yeah, but length shouldn't be a problem here. Short enough golf hole, and we've all seen the power he has in the swing. It's just all about how he can cut through the rough.
Gets through that one nicely, and this on an aggressive line. Gonna need to get up.
That is going to be a tough chip. That is not the spot to be.
Robertson and Warner left. Petro in the valley on the right. A tough angle coming in for Petro. However, he's got a lob wedge in hand, so he should be able to get something close. Robertson first to play from the 14th fairway, and this is a perfect angle coming in, Matt.
Yeah, you couldn't place this much better. Sometimes when the pin's on the right side of this green, it's actually advantageous to play into the 14th fairway. That has got a big time sit. That might be on the 17th tee.
Likely, as there's that large valley off to the right of the green. Falls off into a collection area. Kevin Warner splits the fairway. Arguably his best drive of the day. Great to see. For those of you joining in for the last few holes here, we'll give you some scores. Aaron Petro with a birdie on 15 to get to 13 under for the tournament. Kevin Warner remains at 5 under, Nolan Dan at 2 under, and Jack Robertson at 12 over. For any non-number people, that's an 8-shot lead. Petro going to be playing first from the rough. This is going to be a tough one to stop as he hasn't able to get too much spin on the ball. Let's see what he can do. He takes this one up, and that's going to need to sit.
I do believe that landed on a mound as well. They kicked it forward.
Warner next to play. He'll be able to get the spin coming out of this short grass.
Looks like his ball's in a bit of a dip, though.
It looks to be on a good line if he can get that to spin. I think he might have gone just a little long, Matt.
Tough to tell from down in this valley. We did hear a good shot ring out from another player in the group. He has hit a good shot. He is just long.
Aaron with a 12-foot birdie putt just past the pin. That's about as well as he could have done from there.
Jack Robertson does really well from down near the 17th tee. Manages to get that to about 10 feet for his par.
And Nolan Dana looking to put something close from just short of the green here. Should be able to get this one close. Needs to bite. It's going to run by a good 6-7 feet, and he'll be struggling to make par.
Kevin Warner going to be first to play here, putting from just off the fringe. Pretty makeable though. This putt's up on top of the ridge, should be relatively flat.
Sitting 8 shots back with less than 3 holes to play. You got to think he's just looking to hold off Dan and take home the championship flight.
Yeah, that's definitely the focus now. As he hits the putt. Got a little speed to it.
Green's not slowing down at all as we get later into this day. Petra now with his birdie putt to get to 14 under. 6 under on the day. This one's got to get right, and it does, and that's another birdie for Aaron Petro. 3 under on the back 9, gets to 14 under for the tournament, and takes a 9-shot lead for the time being.
Just shooting the lights off the golf course. He really came out here today and grabbed this thing by the throat and took control.
That is his 7th birdie on the day. Incredible. Robertson for par. Gonna miss left. He'll have to settle for bogey.
Danner with a big putt here. Thinks this puts a little pressure on Warner. Can go to just 2 strokes back with 2 to play.
That's gonna need to go, Matt. A timid stroke from Dan there, and that's gonna be a bogey to fall back. Nolan Dan now, just 1 under on the tournament. Warner now for his par. in the left edge, and he'll remain at 5 under.
Just got to give a quick shout out to our gallery following the final group out here. We've got a good 30 people out here. Apologies, folks. I'm hearing that I'm a couple zeros short there. I believe it's actually 30,000.
You never were a numbers guy, Matt.
No, that has been proven time and time again. I gotta say though, Ben, first time out for Nolan Dan in this tournament. As the cart just rips by us at full speed. Really great showing for the first time out. We talked about his hockey experience, but it really is a different beast out here. You're not on a team. You're out here on your own. It's just you and the ball and what you can do. He's shown his talent. He's shown his compete. I think he's going to be a contender for this for years to come. But just running out of steam here at the end.
Gonna wait again for the green to clear. 2 holes left, Matt. We've got the par 3 17th, followed by the gettable par 5 18th.
Ben, I want to ask you a question here as we've got some time. We've seen a lot of great golf today. For you, what was the shot of the day?
You know, like you said, Matt, tons of great golf throughout the day. I mean, Aaron's 6 under on the day. There's many to choose from. But I think we've got to go with that tee shot on 15. Standing on the tee, that thing was right on it the whole way. And when it landed, we thought for sure it was going in. The gallery thought it was going in. You heard the groans. Just ended up a few feet short. Led to a great birdie. But, I mean, that had the juices going if you weren't already.
Yeah, that was absolutely a great shot. You stole my pick, so I'll go with my runner-up. Shout out to Kevin Warner with that punch out from the trees on the 3rd hole. Just a phenomenal golf shot. Ran it to about 2 feet when he was in jail.
That is a spectacular choice. I had forgotten about that shot, but I mean, yeah, we couldn't even see him in those trees. He puts it to a foot, makes birdie, puts the pressure on Aaron. And the rest is history.
If anything, I've hit 9. You're not hitting 9.
Robbie, I was thinking 52.
I hit 9 iron from the same yardage on fucking 13 of them. You're hitting 9. You can't fucking hit 9. Yes, everything you hit is hard. Oh, we're getting, I can't swear. I'll watch my language, so don't hit 9. Okay, I'm going home. I've had enough of this. Oh, taking it easy on us. Playing it safe, are you?
I am.
Well,
The bunker's not even here.
What bunker? There's no bunker in
no
Allen.
bunker here.
Just a bunch of carts watching the game. That's all there is.
Oh, we're getting beers. Get in the hole, baby. Oh, I pulled it. Okay.
Is it me or Dan?
Shot Kevin.
Started okay.
It's you.
Started okay. Hey,
Thanks for the reminder,
Hey.
Jack.
Good shot.
take another
far right.
lozenge for your post-game interview? I'm gonna screw you.
Is that a ginger chew?
Draw works with the wedge. Try to get fresh breath for that interview.
I just want to kiss you after.
Vanderbilt, you don't want to sit coming nowhere.
Dang it, dang it. Big time. Come on. You're gonna play 18 for just a second.
Good for now, Danner? No, you can grab your.
Yeah, I got this.
Oh, you good?
A nice, safe play there from Aaron. As he finds the left side of the green. Warner took an aggressive line. Not sure if he got up. Looks like he's got about 12 feet right of the pin. Robertson and Dan both missed right. Thank you everyone for tuning in today. We've been upwards of 30,000 viewers all day. We've got 30,000 in the crowd. Funny how that works out. And it's just, it's great to see. And we hope we can provide you guys commentary and action that you enjoy. Players providing the action. No one really providing commentary. We just sit here and talk. But now, stay with us as we've got one more hole to play here in the 2024 Postal Course Club Championships. Robertson finds himself in a precarious position here. Under a tree. Has to flop it up and he blades that one. That's going to run off the front of the green. Not what he had been hoping for there, but a tough shot. Dan finds himself on the back fringe. Looks like Robertson will be putting first for his par. It's got to sit. Still some work left to do for his bogey.
Yeah, bit of rollout on that one. He was aggressive. Wanted it bad.
Nolan Dan will be next to play from as well. This one needs to get right. Matt, Dan's pace has been good all day. Found the bottom of the hole. Like we mentioned earlier, he's played the last 15 holes in even par. Just never had that spark.
Yeah, we've all had those days before. It feels like the hole's only as big as the ball. And you're not going to make a lot of putts when that's the case. It's actually a training aid. It's just one of those days, you know. I don't think he can read too much in it. He's had a great showing this weekend. He's just got to hold his head high. He should be proud of this performance.
Now Aaron looking to make a third straight birdie. Get to 15 under. A long one here. 30 feet. Breaks left to right. That's going to need to grow some legs.
Better than most.
That one short in the center of the hole. But gets out of here with a par. Remains at 14 under. Warner now for his birdie. Get to 6 under. Pardon me, to get get back to 5 after the bogey on 16. That one's going to race by. Still got a little work left to do, but Robertson will play first. A bogey 4 for Robertson. Warner left to clean up.
He will tap it in and we move to 18, our final hole of the tournament.
Sit on the slope.
Maybe that's what I'll take at Guelph wood shop. I'll take venues.
What are we doing here?
Like you mentioned, Matt, one hole remaining. 18th hole, 426 yard par 5. We head into 18, and the results stand as follows. Aaron Petro with a 9-shot lead, so he sits at 14 under par. Kevin Warner, 5 under par. Nolan Dan back at 1 under par. Jack Robertson out of the tournament.
It's been a tough day for Jack. Hasn't really been able to get anything going. Kind of lost his way after that quad bogey on the 8th hole. Wasn't able to refocus after that. And as far as Danner goes, just what I was saying on the 17th tee, I want to reiterate that's some really solid play, and Kevin's been steady all day, just hasn't really been able to get anything to fall.
No, you're right, Matt. He hasn't. Hasn't been Danner's day, hasn't been Robbie's day. Warner's played well, just too many bogeys to get rid of his birdies. It's really just been the Aaron show.
Good move, Johnny. Good move, Johnny. For what? Yelling at your brother. I like it.
I didn't do anything.
We'll tell you later.
Is that something there?
Yeah.
Aaron's going to be first to play. He's got driver. Love to see something special coming in here.
We definitely know he's got it in him. All starts with a good tee ball here.
Competitors starting to get tired as we come down to the end of this weekend, and Matt, 54 holes really is quite a long weekend for these players.
Yeah, it really takes it out of you. You know, it really puts it into perspective. Those live guys doing it once a month, it's really impressive.
Just goes to show you how much skill it takes and endurance to play for the Majestics.
More of a crushers guy myself.
Just waiting for the corner to clear. 270 to give you a sight line. They've all got it in them. And it looks like we're clear, Matt. Aaron's going to tee up. That one is pulled left. It's going to need a bounce. Not going to know what happens there until we get up there, Matt.
Couldn't get eyes on it.
There are those evergreens on the left side. The balls tend to sneak under. Hopefully he was able to evade them. Warner up next. That one headed left yet again, Matt, and that's been the story of the day for Warner.
Yeah, some more frustration starting to show. He's got to lock back in. He's got a championship flight to win here.
Robertson, third on the tee. He's got a driver, and he's got a vengeance in his eyes. An absolute piss missile from Jack Robertson there as he tries to take this one up and over the corner. We won't know till we get up there, Matt, but I think I heard wood.
Yeah, I think so. That's an aggressive line. I respect him for trying it.
Nolan Dan, last to play. He's got one drive left in him. That's a rocket. Just a nice tight draw up the middle of the fairway, club twirl, and he's feeling himself right now.
Drive of the day there from Nolan Dan.
Just the tree as you walk by, that was good. Say.
Flops are dangerous, man. Flops are dangerous.
You sleeping on me right now?
Matt, as we walk up this 18th hole here, we've got an announcement to make to the gang regarding the tree in front of the 18th green. We've got a very special pin placement today as it's tucked 2 paces on, right in the center. Matt, I don't know if you've noticed, but that tree's been looking a little worse for wear this season. What's going on there?
Yeah, we just feel like it's time. You know, the tree's had a great life. It's affected a lot of golf games, blown up a lot of rounds, and it's time we say our goodbyes and send it off to ride off into the sunset.
We've really seen the effect of that tree this weekend. We've seen balls bounce off it and go anywhere from 10, 15, 30 yards back. Some people have sculled one right into the tree and it's dropped onto the green. The tree obviously has an effect on this hole, but how do you think the hole is going to play without that there?
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be interesting to see. You know, we're not going to be, you're just going to be able to go right at it low with some spin. You're not going to have to worry about any branches or a massive tree trunk. High's not necessarily going to be a necessity coming into this green anymore. Makes me a little bit sad, but excited for the future.
Absolutely. The future will happen soon, but right now we've got a search party up there for Aaron's golf ball. Pulled slightly left and absolutely crushed. These evergreens are going to play trouble here.
Yeah, I mean, that's what you get for hitting it 310. If you hit it 280, you're not up there, you know? Oh, I think we found a golf ball. I do think it is in jail, though.
That may be Warner's. We've got 2. Warner under the tree. Aaron wide open, has a gap to the green. Got to be good to be lucky. Got to be lucky to be good.
Hey, can you take these trees out and put them in front of the green? Come on. Honest to God, look at this guy.
This sure left.
That helps.
Hit it backwards.
That's your shot. You could do it.
Warner is Seward next to play. Pardon me, he's just warming up. Might have a little tree trouble in his backswing, but he is got a perfect line. We're going to be on Aaron cam for the remainder of this round, folks. As you're starting to see now, he's in a great position. Warner dribbles that one out of the trees. Petro just waiting for the green to clear now. So there's one last group between him and victory.
With this pin placement, Ben, I don't know if 2 is in the question. Is there a better way to send off this tournament than with a big bird?
I don't think so. Warner not too happy with where his balls ended up, so he's trying to live vicariously through Aaron.
I think anyone who's ever golfed with Aaron has been there before.
Matt, great gallery behind the green. Gallery on the course. We are just surrounded by spectators.
Yeah, behind the green, I think, brings our numbers up to about 45,000. Just a great show up this weekend. It's been great to be out here all weekend long.
Here we go, folks. As the pin gets put back in, you won't even be able to see it. Right behind the famed tree. Petro has a 7-iron. He's going to have to cut off his backswing slightly. So he's got a tree there. Just trying to bounce this one up onto the green, give himself a look at eagle. Let's see what he can do. Chunks it out to the right. Looking good at the right side of the green. Needs to get a bounce. And that's going to be long right. Not an easy chip shot. He's got green to work with.
At least the tree should be out of play.
Absolutely. Warner still in the rough for his third. Open shot to the green now. See if this tree comes into play. Needs to get up. That one's going to end up just short right of the green. Nolan Dan's going to find himself just run through the fairway. He's got 132 yards left, front pin. Matt, What do you think the playing strategy is here? Do you take it under the tree and bounce it up, or do you just try and fly it all the way?
With the pin being where it is, you just got to play front left of the green. It's an uphill putt from there. He does have a bit of an angle at it, but, I mean, it's just going to be hard to keep it low out of this lie, I think.
Looks like he's got a sandwich, trying to generate as much spin as he can, which leads me to think he's going to take this one long and stop it. This one's headed right at the pin. Does it have the number? The dreaded tree strikes again, Matt.
Why not one last victim?
How does it feel, Nolan Dan? The needle's as brown as your hair. Robertson with, you hate to say it, a shank.
That was just a cold hard shank. Fortunately for Jack, I don't believe the camera was on him. Bit of a break there. We're going to be having a talk with the cameraman about that one.
That was not ideal. Robertson now looking to make up for it. A good ball there off the tree, and that one's going to come back short right of the green.
The tree is wreaking havoc. It doesn't want to go. It's saying I still got some fight in me.
Dan ends up 25 yards short. He's got a chip shot here, but the other difficult thing about this tree, Matt, is the whole green slopes right to left. With this tree here, Danner's not going to be able to get it very close if he plays it directly at the pin. He's going to have to take it right and let it funnel. Warner first, and that one's got to get up.
And that is tree trouble.
Nolan now, chipping from short. Hard to stop this one quick enough. It's going to need to spin, and it does just that. A good shot from Nolan, but like I mentioned, hard to get it close if you go left of the tree. Aaron, next up to play. Robertson now on the fringe. Lots to putt through here, and that one's going to have to slow down as it finds the putting surface. It's going to miss. No different on 18. He's got 8 feet left. Warner from beside the tree. Good effort there. Going to come up short. And he's going to throw a spot on that one. Nolan Dan for birdie. He leaves another putt short. That putt keeps coming back. Tricky pin position, Matt.
Yeah, once you contend with the tree and get over it, you're still left with a really tough spot on the green with a lot of undulation around it, a lot of breaks.
Robertson now for 6. Gonna miss that one left. And that ball's coming back to the front of the green. What a devious pin location. He'll tap that one in. Make 7. A tough day for the kid. But a great tournament nonetheless. Dan now, looking to clean up his par. He's going to miss that.
You do not like to see that.
He'll tap him for his 6. A good day from Nolan, just could never get it going.
Kevin Warner going to finish out here. I believe Aaron has about 8 putts to win.
Warner will clean up his 5, and the stage is set for Aaron Petro. As he looks over his birdie putt from the fringe. That one's going to miss just left, and he'll have to settle for 14 under as he taps in. A decade of dominance, and Aaron Petro is your 2024 Puslin Lake Golf Course club champion. His 4th ever club championship, 10 straight for the Petros. And Ryan, what a day that was for Aaron. What do you make of Aaron's weekend?
I think it was just another great performance by the kid. You know, he came out and he started a little slow, and then he just decided, again, the gas man put the pedal to the metal. He took over and he won the tournament with a very vibrant effort.
He sure did. Just want to get one thought from you. That pin position on 18. Wow, that was difficult.
Yeah, you know, it's 2 paces on right behind the tree. We were calling it the tree's last revenge because, unfortunate to some, the tree is no longer living and will need to come down. So after 62 years of annoying people's shots, it's going to be gone.
Sad to hear, but glad to see it go. Anyways, great job this week, Ryan. Your course has looked wonderful. We have a worthy champion. We're going to head over to him now.
Thank you.
It's not dead. It's one of those cones. Well, like it's dead. It's hanging on. It's dead. Ben, you gotta give me a warning.
Gotta sign a scope. Yeah, just set up on the front. Thank you everyone for watching. We've reached the end of the round here. Be sure to join back in 10 minutes as we head live for a post-round interview with our champion, Aaron Petro.